All right, guys, welcome back to another back street banger in Thonburi. All right, so today I'm at a little place down a back alley near Talat Phlu called Patthai New Zealand. It's a strange name, I know, for a pad thai shop in Bangkok, but I'll explain the name a little bit later. Okay, so spoiler alert, this place is very, very good. I've actually ordered from this place about 6 times now on an app in Thailand called Food Panda. You'll know about it if you live here. If you don't, it's like Uber Eats, one of those sort of apps where you get food delivered. So if you just want the information, you don't want to hear me waffling on, just head to the description. There's maps and there's links to how you can order. And I'm glad I did come down and speak to the chef face to face because he speaks perfect English, and that's good for me because, as you know, my Thai is pretty bad. So the name Pad Thai New Zealand comes from the fact that he worked as a chef in New Zealand. So what he's done is he's combined like overseas pad thai that he was cooking over there with pad thai in Thailand, he tells me. So over in New Zealand they have too many noodles compared to like the condiments like the bean sprouts and the tofu and whatnot, and here they don't have enough noodles, he told me, so he's put the two together. So there's more noodles, more bean sprouts, and but there's some really other interesting dishes. So let's take a look at exactly what I've ordered. So one of the interesting dishes here that I've not seen anywhere else is Char Shanghai. That's what he calls it. They're green rice noodles. I'm pretty sure they're rice noodles. They're kind of like fat, really fat CU noodles, but they're bright green. And he cooks them together with kind of like the pad thai sauce, but it's not as sweet. Very, very spicy. You've got the green noodles, you've got some cabbage, you've got pork mince, you've got some fat prawns, head on, tofu, and bean sprouts. Next up, I'm going to show you the Pad Kee Mao with mixed seafood. This is Pad Kee Mao Spaghetti. So look at the size of this mussel. So you've got a big fat mussel, New Zealand mussel, I'm guessing. That's why they call it New Zealand. Pad Thai New Zealand. Squid. You've got some green peppercorns, fresh green peppercorns, baby corn, more prawns, head on again, this is what I like to see, some carrots, some holy basil, plenty of chili, and again, some cabbage. Now, on to the Pad Thai. Sen Chan noodles, very thin rice noodles. These are the traditional noodles you would use with Pad Thai. Look at the char on this egg, and this is all coming from that ridiculously high heat he's cooking over. I just got a chance to go back and watch him cooking. Kun Boat, his name is, and I've watched him cooking over there, and he's cooking over ridiculously high heat, really squeezed in. Well, anyone else would have got annoyed, but he seems like a really nice chap, so he wasn't annoyed with me. But yeah, he's just whacking out plate after plate after plate, and I'm here, they've just opened, having delivery after delivery order. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna stop waffling, let's just get stuck in. Right, first up, I'm gonna try this Char Shanghai. So I'm gonna get some of these, try and get some of these green noodles. They're quite hard to hold on a spoon, because they're quite slippery. I'm gonna get a bit of that pork and some of the prawn minus the head. I will just suck the heads afterwards. That's absolutely delicious. Loads of garlic, loads of egg. There's something I can't put my finger on. Slightly sweet, not too sweet. Loads of egg, and the egg's not overcooked. As I kept saying, ridiculously high heat. So it's charred, but he's managed to keep it also semi-soft. I mean, when he's cooking these dishes, I've just filmed the whole thing, him cooking all 3, and it took about 1.5 minutes of footage for every single dish. So it's like a military style operation. Very, very good. This is unreal. Even the pork mince, where it's hitting the pan at such a high heat, it's almost gone like a smash burger. Unbelievable. This would be worth coming down for alone. If you're a noodle fan, Delicious spot. Nice prawn head. Right, next up I'm gonna try the Pad Kee Mao Spaghetti. Let's get stuck in. All right, so first I'm gonna grab this big fat mussel. I'm gonna get some of the chilies, try and get a prawn, get some of the veg, try and get that squid on there, try and get a little bit of everything. All right, the mouthful was too big. Mouthful was too big. I'll tell you what, delicious. Again, everything's cooked perfectly. Because you're cooking it so quickly, the seafood's soft, nothing's rubbery, nothing's hard, even the squid, it's all just cooked through. So one of my pet hates, excuse me, that's one of my pet hates in Thailand, is when they overcook squid. Like, grill it for like 20 minutes. It's just rubbery as hell. But no, this is perfect. Spicy as hell. Both of these dishes are spicy. Oh, that's how I like it. You can see, if you follow me and watch my normal videos, see how much chili I usually put on to dishes. I haven't added anything to any of this because it is already really spicy. He did ask me first. He said, can you eat spicy? I said, yes. It's not too spicy for me, but if you don't eat spicy food, you might want to go a little bit easy. All right, last but not least, I'm going in for the Pad Thai. This is the dish that the shop is named after, so I'm expecting this to probably be the best. But first, I've got to squeeze some of this lime on. All right, let's get a big prawn, some of that tofu. This is good. This is good. It's a touch on the sweet side, but that's not a slight on his Pad Thai. That's just Pad Thai in general for me. I'm not a big sweet lover, but well flavored, salty. The char is there. You've got just enough peanuts. I love the thin noodles, the sort of classic Sen Chan style noodles. Really, really good. It's the. I've got to think of some more superlatives, haven't I? Apart from delicious and really, really good. How he's managed to get the egg so black and charred without it being dry is beyond me. I'm not just saying this, you can't actually hear what I'm saying. This is one of the better pad thais I've had. I would stick this 100% in my top 5. 100%. All right, last but not least, I'm gonna go in with these delicious looking mussels that he's just brought over. Right, so it's bacon, tomato, and a special sauce of all his spices he's got back there. He said he just said everything, so I don't know what that means, but definitely palm sugar and tamarind. So we'll go. Loads of pepper. Hom jiao. What's that? Crispy fried onions on here. That's a nice touch. Again, cooked perfectly. Just cooked through. They're like very, very soft and sweet, but then you've got that crunch and the salt from the bacon. Good dish. Not something I would order usually. He said you can eat it with the pad thai, so I'll stick a little bit on the pad thai, get some noodles, and go in. Chop. Chop, 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 chop. All right, the shop is open from 12 in the afternoon till 9 p.m. So you've got a few seats to sit around. You've got the pad thai section, and then his mum, Boat's mum, actually has a stall with kway teow. So she's got tom yum, yen tavo, all different types of noodles. And I think he has a plan to just open a massive, like all-in-one noodle spot. So get yourselves down there. Right, so how do you get here? So my advice would be to you to get the BTS to Talat Phlu. You turn towards Thar Pra, and then you'll see another sign saying Thort Thai Road. So you just follow that up. You'll walk past a big Chinese temple. There's a temple on either side of you. Thort Thai 33, all right? So I don't say this name of this road correctly, so don't ask any Thai people. And it's about halfway up. There's some train tracks that run right across. There's like a little market place that's always really busy with like Grab drivers and delivery drivers. And it's just past the little train tracks. So that about wraps things up. Thank you very much if you made it to the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up, a like, and do share. It really does help the channel. I want to try and push this channel to like 3,000-4,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. I think we can do it if we continue to share, like, and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below, and if you want to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee. There is a link in the description box. Thank you very much again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.